What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Broad Street Boys. And today we got Caleb back. We're talking Eagles and Phillies off season. I'm going to start with, just the Eagles, off season and all that stuff. And I'm going to talk about how we're losing our entire defense. And then we're going to talk about the Phillies and hopefully in a more positive way. But at the same time, we don't know really what the hell's going to happen with the Phillies. So it's going to be an interesting podcast. But we're going to do both. And must I say Super Bowl champion Eagles? I must point that out there. No podcast for the Super Bowl. Why? Because I was probably hungover the entire weekend, and that's okay. And that's okay. It's fine. I went to the parade. It was the greatest day of my life. Let's move past it. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. Everything's fine. And I could feel like I might be the one Eagles fan that's gonna be like, not that I don't care about next year, but like we won.
Oh wait, I never asked. How was your girl with leaving on Valentine's Day to go to the parade?
I said, you know what? We can celebrate that shit on Sunday. I got bigger things to figure out. Bigger things. Not more important, but like more important things to figure out in my life. The parade was amazing, though. It was literally, like, up to my 21 years, it is probably one of the greatest days of my entire life. I was right by City Hall, like, crowds of people. It was amazing. Whatever. Okay, Eagles, off-season moves. Just give you a little rundown. We've lost a lot. And we haven't really picked up a lot, but we've also at the same time re-signed our most important players, which is cool. So I'll start with the happy things. We re-signed Zach Bohm. Great. Very team-friendly deal. Love it. We extended Saquon Barkley, which is amazing in my opinion. Could be controversial. I don't really care. He's the best running back in the entire league. I don't know why you wouldn't pay him, especially to lock him up for essentially he's going to be an Eagle for the rest of his productive life as a running back, if you know what I mean. Because as soon as running backs hit, like, usually it's 30. I don't think it's going to be 30 for Saquon because he's 29, 28 right now. I think once Saquon hits like 32, he'll drop a little bit. But that's when the contract goes up. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. But we did lose a decent amount of players, including Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Isaiah Rodgers, Darius Slay, for some reason, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and probably people that I'm blanking out. Oh, and Oren Burks. Let me just give my opinion before I can hand it off to Caleb about what things I say. I feel as though we can replace people like Milton Williams and Josh Sweat. I've been thinking, let me just say this before I go on. Like, those two players are all, in my opinion, all NFL. They're all pros. They're amazing. And especially because they're on the younger side as well. But we just didn't, we have bigger things to figure out money wise, like how about paying Jalen Carter or paying anyone else in that aspect. But you have a dude like Mora Ajomo, who is essentially Milton Williams 2 years ago. And then Jalix Hunt, who had a sack, I believe. I know it was a sack. I forget if it was a sack and a half in the Super Bowl. Stud. And it was kind of funny because Hunt was a dude that literally had a breakout during the playoffs, which was shocking. That doesn't happen to anybody. But we have those two guys, and Jalix Hunt is also Josh Sweat 2 years ago, which is cool. So those two guys are going to kind of be plugging in those holes. The one I would like to just rant really quickly. I kind of ranted to Caleb off camera, but here we go again. I don't get why we just got rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I don't care what you say about this dude. Why have we now used him as a rental for 2 years? Do you think it's a coincidence that in both of his rental years with the Eagles, that we went to the Super Bowl in both those years? Like, no, it's not. Even with the Lions, where he was last year, there's a reason why that defense took a step down this year. Obviously the injuries, I'm not saying that the Lions are bad, but the injuries were a massive thing. But as soon as CJ leaves teams, they lose that dog mentality. They lose that angriness. And some people like CJ, some people don't. I'm a big fan because I love how he plays with straight anger and passion, and he speaks to the fans a lot. And it's very really nice. And I don't get why we got a really pretty good guard from it and a 4th round pick, I believe. Just fine. But I just don't get it. Caleb, what do you think? Because I'm not. I love Howie Roseman, but I don't get it.
he could be going for a new look on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's gonna flip what he got in return for someone else who's a little bit younger, similar player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. Like, I don't know what the thought was there because I don't think this draft class is going to be that impressive. Like, there's no one in this class you can pick up to replace him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like if you look at Ohio State, I don't know. If they seem to be solid all around.
I agree.
No, I was shocked when I saw that.
Yeah, that was what I woke up to this morning. I was like, wow, what a way to wake up. Because I agree with you. I mean, we kind of talked about this off camera as well, but this draft class is not amazing, especially compared to last year, where like 10 to 13 of the top 15 players were like good and like have upside, which is not really what you see all the time. It's just not the same. And I mean, what I'm hoping is that either the Eagles trade their pick to get more picks either next year or more second round picks, whatever, or we trade up into like the early 20s and grab Malachi Starks, who's a safety, he would be a safety from Georgia, and continue that Georgia mindset. What do you think about that? Like they could try to use this draft class to their advantage, but I guess we'll kind of see.
Well, I mean, that's what I want Washington to do. I want them to trade down. Right. Trading up, I don't think anyone's gonna let Philly trade up.
What if?
You would have to probably throw something else in there.
But I want this Malachi Starks guy real bad. Hopefully, I've seen mock drafts where he drops to 32. But I've also seen mock drafts where he gets picked like 20.
Dude, I've seen mock drafts where Luther Burden falls to 30 or whatever, and then I've seen some where he's taken the top 10. I saw one the other day where Shadur Sanders was taken at number 7.
I saw that too. Yes,
was taken at like 32 or 33.
Yes, and then I also keep seeing weird so it's literally the end of the draft 7 or like 2. There's no in between. There's no in between at all. It's so odd to me. It's so weird. And I don't know about you, but this draft class is so weird because I feel like it's like I feel like in years past, I don't know how to explain this. I feel like in years past, like you'd be like, okay, Jalen Carter, okay, he's a terrible example. He crashed a car. Like you knew Jamar Chase was going to go within 1 and 6, right? Like that, and you were like, okay, he's going to be the first wide receiver taken off the board, whatever. We have no idea who the Tennessee Titans are going to take. I'm assuming it's a quarterback, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Abdul Carter.
I think they're going to take Carter.
But do you see what I mean? But at the same time, they just got I'm blanking on his name, but it was a tackle from the Steelers. And if that's not a telltale sign that they're trying to bolster their offensive line so then they can help the rookie quarterback, then I don't know what is. But at the same time, I feel like they should pick Carter, and everything's been telling me that they're going to pick Carter.
Well, here's the thing. People are saying that the two best quarterbacks, Cam Ward and Jackson Dart. Everyone else, like Shadur Sanders, dude, I haven't heard Dylan Gabriel. His name hasn't been mentioned once.
Gabriel had a really bad combine.
Dude, their stock is falling so fast.
And it's so interesting because, didn't Cam Ward and Shador not even do the combine at all?
No,
right?
They didn't show up.
And yet Jackson Dart did the combine and he looked pretty good. And you got dudes like Jalen Milroe who also did the combine and kind of tanked his stock. You got Dylan Gabriel who kind of tanked his stock. But for some reason, a dude like Milroe I feel like it's not a hot take, Caleb. I think you're going to agree with me. But Jalen Milroe's best asset is his legs. He's fast, and yet he didn't run the 40. I feel like that makes no sense, right? The combine I think has a good influence, but then a bad one at the same time. It's very weird, but I totally agree. I don't know who the best quarterback is. Do you? I don't even know.
It's either Ward or Dart. I was talking about it the other day with some people, and they were just like, It's 2A and 2B. There's no one.
I agree, and it's literally that's actually a great way to put it because there is no one. There's no Caleb Williams where you're like, oh, this guy is the biggest upside I've ever seen, or there's no guys in the past like Andrew Luck where you're like, this guy is gonna be ridiculous in the future. I don't know,
dude. The best quarterback's Tyler Warren in the draft.
going 14 as a tight end, but little do they know he's going to take Anthony Richardson's spot on the Colts. So that's all that matters. Listen, Big Penn State guy over here. I think Tyler Warren is going to be the steal of the draft. I really think he's going to be ridiculous.
I don't. Well, I mean, the report on him is that no team really knows how to use him. Like he'll probably be like a Taysom Hill type guy.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case, but
me too.
Yeah. Speaking of the Colts, they got Daniel Jones.
They did. It's going to be
got their quarterback of the future right there.
Did you see that they're going to do a quarterback competition between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson?
Well, I mean, one has all the talent in the world, but it's kind of a bitch, and then the other dude has the work ethic, but the talent is just not there.
Exactly. It's two opposites. Like it's so weird. That'll be a funny when training camp rolls along in the summer. That'll be a funny one just to tune into. I would love to hear some information from the Colts. Did Anthony Richardson crash out or did he not crash out today? Let's find out. Speaking of crashing out, did you see the Steelers getting DK? Oh my god,
dude! They got DK George Pickens now.
So he fights every single practice.
Dude, I'm pissed they didn't get Fields.
Dude,
for my roommate's birthday, I got him a Steelers Justin Fields jersey just for him to go somewhere else.
Not to the Jets too. I don't even. Did you see that? Actually, speaking of the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers might go to the Steelers.
Dude, he should just retire.
I agree. I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, listen, I respect him. Sick of him. So sick of him.
He's got to pop an edible and then just shut the fuck up for a while.
Go back to your darkness retreat, buddy. I'm sick of seeing your face. I'm sick of it.
Go back to your hookah lounge.
Please go back. Or he's gonna go to the Giants. That's the best case for me because in the Giants,
I would love him to go to the Giants.
Go to the Giants. I would love that.
Neighbors and nobody.
Malik Neighbors and who's Darius Slayton. That's who Aaron Rodgers.
Their running back too is kind of.
Tyrone Tracy isn't bad. He's young, but
I think he's gonna break out this year.
I think he might. Behind a shitty offensive line. I mean, we saw what Saquon did with that awful offensive line.
Saquon 2.0 right there.
Hey, when Saquon's
Eagles replacement to Saquon.
Maybe in 5 years when Tyrone Tracy's a legend, and you're like, okay, let's give him the Eagles again.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I'll take it. Okay, let's just talk about the Phillies because I know we're all here for the Phillies. Okay, we always are. The Eagles are over. Okay, NFL is over. It's time for baseball. I'm ready. Where me and Virginia, Caleb and PA right now. It's 70 degrees outside. It's time for baseball. I'm sick of talking about football.
Fucking baseball season.
I'm sick of talking about football. It's baseball time. Okay, Caleb, give me your rundown about spring training so far. We've had some standouts. We've had some shitters. We've had some interesting things. Caleb and I were talking off camera. We have no idea what we're gonna look like in August after the trade deadline. No idea. Caleb, give me your thoughts, and then I'll
standouts. Gabriel Rancones Jr. comes to mind first. He's got that effortless power swing. He's hitting 250 now, but he started out hitting 300. He had 3 bombs. I don't think he did much today. I mean, he draws good at bats for the most part, which is a plus to him. He does not see lefties well, and I know Schwarber is working with him on just seeing the pitch out of the hand a little bit better.
Yeah,
his defense is kind of questionable. A guy that I do think we will see at the big leagues this year, whether it's a bench role or taking over for someone else. Another plus, Max Kepler, who a lot of people had dads about. I think he's going to be another big important name in this season who's hitting well, but also Merrifield had a good spring training last year. But I think the difference between Merrifield and Kepler is age. Merrifield was already up there. He's 31, 32. Same age as everyone else.
Yeah.
Another plus. Christopher Sanchez. A lot of people have him as the dark horse candidate to be NL Cy Young. I forget who it was, but this one pitching account who goes through pitching mechanics called Tarek Skubal being the AL Cy Young last year. And his prediction is Christopher Sanchez for this year.
Yep, I saw it too.
He's been a breakout. Those are my 3 right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. The shitters. Kyle Schwarber has put together good at bats.
Yes.
His at-bats are getting much better. The other day, I mean, he had a piss missile to the second baseman who snagged it to steal him of a hit.
Yeah.
Average for him is not there. Power is there. Now, I think he's at a point right now where he has one productive at bat, and I think he'll be good. Turner, he's another shitter right now. His defense has looked really good.
Yeah, it looked better.
The bat is not there yet. His at bats have been getting much better by the day. So these I think are all positive. They're all positive signs.
Yeah.
Who else is a shitter?
I think there's been more good guys than shitters, in general. I mean I can also add on to your the guys that kind of set up. Jose Alvarado looked amazing.
Dude, his curveball.
Oh, gross!
His curveball is gross, and he's touching 102.
How was he hitting 102? It's March, but he was hitting 102 3 weeks ago, and it was February. I'm confused. Mm-hmm. Him and Mason Miller hit 100. I'm like, why? How can you do this? I think Jose Alvarado is the type of dude with the type of the mindset to take his shitty year last year personally, and then just I absolutely go to work, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna go on my Trey Turner rant now, because I would like to talk. I would like to talk about who the hell is going to lead off on this team. I'm confused on who's going to lead off. We could talk about this for 8 years. We're going to try not to talk about it for 8 years. We're going to try to shorten it to whatever. But Trey Turner, guys, might be washed. Caleb's getting paid $300 million. I don't want to see you strike out every single time. I don't.
Speaking of $300 million, dude, 336 years. Josh Allen hasn't done shit in the playoffs.
This is baseball. This is the Phillies. Okay, listen.
All right,
Buffalo
wait.
Hasn't had anything to cheer about.
Listen. Remember when people were like, 11 years, 330 for Harper was an overpay? 330 for 6 years. It's just insane. But yeah, no, dude, Turner's not washed. Once he hits his stride, dude, he's gonna carry it on for most of the season. Be patient with my guy.
How do I say this in the most gonna get kicked off YouTube type of way? Why do I have to wait 2.5 years for a $300 million player to get hot?
Dude, he was awesome last year. Before he got hurt, he was awesome.
He was really bad in the playoffs. I can tell you who wasn't really bad in the playoffs. That was the real $300 million player on our team, Bryce Harper. I can tell you that for a fact.
Playoffs last year, all we had was starting pitching and then Casty and Harper.
That was it.
Wait. No, Turner did hit above 300 in the playoffs last year. People do forget that. He hit 330 in the playoffs.
It was probably irrelevant because no one was on base. But
he got on base. He scored runs.
Here's my thing. I just think I don't get why they're moving Schwarber off of leadoff. I don't get it. It's worked for the past we made it to the World Series with Kyle Schwarber as our leadoff hitter hitting short bombs. So not only do you take away his at bats to hit more home runs, because he is probably one of the more prolific home run hitters in the league. Would you agree? Probably one of top 5 or 7.
Top 5.
Right. And it's not every day that you're going to get that type of player that can also get on base at a ridiculous clip. For some reason, we keep getting Rhys Hoskins used to do this too. We keep getting dudes that hit bombs but also walk a lot, and that's what Kyle Schwarber does. And so, which is why his on base percentage is so high. So why I just don't. I get that you're trying to mix things up, but I don't get. Actually, okay. Here's how I'm going to consolidate my feelings. Okay. What in the last 2 years that Trey Turner has been here has told you that he should be the leadoff hitter? If that makes sense. Well, I don't. What has told you that you're like he needs to be a leadoff hitter right now? And what has Schwarber done that's been like he needs to be the 4-hole hitter? Like you need to take away at bats.
Turner being leadoff, we haven't seen anything. Schwarber being the 4-hole hitter, we've seen a lot. Bases loaded.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, get on. Bases loaded. Solid chance he gets a home run. But there's also a really good chance he draws a walk. That's a run right there. Casty or whoever is bad behind him comes up, drives it another.
I see, and I totally see your opinion. I'd like this is such a. This is why everyone's. This is like I feel like this is like the only Phillies topic that no one in all of media can settle because there's so many different opinions about the Phillies and about this leadoff position, right? I mean, because there's literally pluses and minuses to all of this. Like let's start Trey Turner. Plus, he gets on base a decent amount and he works okay at best, but he strikes out. But at the same time, so does Kyle Schwarber. They both strike out at a very. I mean, obviously Schwarber they struck out more than Trey, but at the same time, if you move Schwarber to 4, then those solo home runs become 2-run home runs. When Harper gets on base, or maybe Trey gets on base, maybe. But it's I don't know. It's such a fast moving process that is a little confusing, at least for me, because I don't know how to think about it. So who do you want to lead off then?
Stott.
No. Go ahead. I because I agree with you. I want to hear why.
Dude, like a dude. So he had a down year last year.
He was also hurt.
He was hurt. It's baseball.
Yeah.
He's a dude who normally has a high on base percentage, puts the ball in play. Usually he's not a power guy. He can get on. He can steal bases. I think he works at bats too. Even when he's off, dude, it's not like he's going down 3 pitches straight. He worked guaranteed 6-7 pitches out of him. I think he's the perfect guy to lead off.
And I totally agree. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Bryson Stott. But I just don't think they're going to do it because they have these two, which makes me annoyed. Maybe by like June or July, they'll be like, let's just put Stott up there, see what happens.
I think the perfect lineup for them is Stott, Turner at 2, Harper at 3, Bohm at 4, Schwarber at 5. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Schwarber at 5, Casty at 6, Kepler at 7, and then 8, 9. Whoever's playing 7 or 8, JT, and then 9, Marsh, Rojas, whoever's out there.
Raconis.
He can't play center field. His defensive stats are actually shit.
That was going to be the lowest. I was just about to say let's move Nick Castellanos to center field, just see what happens. Why not? He's so fast. He's so good. You can position him weirdly in center field.
Good, right? So good defensively. If you want to play center field, you have to have him play. If it's a lefty, have him play in right field, have him run in. Dude,
yep. Bad.
I look. You want the Phillies to trade if. We'll get to that later.
Oh, wow. You almost dropped that one. You want them to... Please, let's do this now.
If the Phillies are in a position where Miller is ready and they need to stir some things up, like let's say they're above 500, they're going to be a playoff team, but they still have some holes, I think they would benefit immensely. They traded Castellanos.
4?
I don't know. I don't know what you trade him for because you got young pitcher coming up, a bunch of young outfielders, a young third baseman. You move Bohm to first for the remainder of the season. Harper back out to right field. You got a Gold Glover and Kevin. Is he a Gold Glover?
No, but he can do things. He can
do things. You got a solid defender in Kepler playing left field. Miller at third, who I think I don't want to say defensive upgrade, but I think will be much better than Bohm ever was at third.
I agree. He's already better than Bohm at third.
I don't know what you trade him for, but I think they're gonna get to a point where they say, you know what, we have Harper in the outfield, so maybe they'll try to trade Griffin Burkholz or Dante Nori, package one of those two, Castellanos. And you know what? For shits and gigs, let's throw Nick Abel in there because Lord knows he's not going to ever see a light of day.
I've been waiting for Nick Abel for 4 years.
He's not going to do anything.
No. I mean,
his stats today.
Oh yeah, he's pitching right.
1.2 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 4 hits, 3 earned runs.
He got pulled?
Well, I mean, starters go what? 2 innings in spring training.
1.1.
1.2. Yeah, he got pulled. Um,
Been waiting for McGill for 8 years. Or Griff McGarry. How about both of them?
dude, McGarry will probably just get dropped.
I think he might. Do you remember when? What was that? 2 years ago, we were like, yeah, let's just trade Griff McGarry, and we can get like Luis Robert or like some bopper. And now he hasn't even touched the major league.
No,
Not even close
no,
either.
not even.
But yeah, I was trying to walk you down a path where what if we trade Nick Castellanos, Alec Bohm, throw in Dante Nori, throw in another one that isn't Justin Crawford, Aiden Miller, Andrew Painter, but like a top, let's just say 20-5 prospect, throw in one of them, right? And we trade him to a team out west who will likely be tanking, but not the team you're thinking of, the team with the dude from Millsboro, New Jersey, who was in the parking lot when the Phillies won 2008 World Series. He's a good defender.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, you kind of blue balled me a little bit because the guy I'm thinking of, who I think is perfect, it's not Trout.
I think it's
the guy that you have in mind is Trout. The guy I have in mind is not Trout.
Who is it?
Brenton Doyle.
He is younger. I'll give you that. He's younger.
He's 26.
Yeah.
He has a solid bat, great defense.
Yeah.
In Colorado, a team that's gonna tank, a team that's out west.
What if we gave like Bohm and like something for Brenton Doyle?
Well, here's the thing. So
they're not gonna want Castellanos.
If we put Harper in the outfield, I think they'll take Casty.
Yeah.
Casty would easily hit 30 bombs there.
100%. But they're really bad. They're like really bad, aren't they?
I don't know.
Because didn't they lose Diaz? Because Diaz is going to the Padres, right?
Yandy? They dropped him last season.
No. Elias Diaz. They're the catcher that won.
Oh yeah. Elias
right?
Diaz. Yeah.
Elias Diaz, because didn't he win All-Star Game MVP like 2 years ago? And he was like good. He was good last year too. But then I think the Padres took him.
I thought they released him last year. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Rockies still have Michael Tolia, who I think will be decent.
I think
Ryan McMahon, who I want the Nationals to go after him.
Yep. I don't blame
you. Doyle.
I'm a MLB merchant. He is on the Padres. Wow. Yeah, he's on the Padres. I don't know why that came up in my head, but whatever. But yeah, I would just low-key, if I'm John Middleton / Dave Dombrowski, I would like feel bad giving Castellanos to the Rockies. Because you're going from like a contender, like a real contender with the Phils, and going to probably the worst team in the league. Not White Sox level, but one of them. You know? That's why I think they would take Bohm, because I think they would either flip Bohm or they would use him to build around him, because he's 28, 29.
Well, the Rockies would have won Bohm.
Yes. Oh.
Because they have a third baseman and first baseman already.
Yeah. You're right. So they would definitely want Castellanos more because it fits into you. I honestly feel bad for Colorado because they are in one of the hardest divisions in all of baseball. Like, because I think the Diamondbacks are going to be broken this year.
Diamondbacks are going to be sneaky. Padres.
Yeah. Padres are going to be. I mean, Padres will be
feisty.
Yeah. I feel like they're always sneaky. The Padres always.
Giants are still going to be shit.
Yeah, Giants will not be good. But,
I mean,
and then you have the best team in ever. So.
They have Chapman. They brought in Willy Adames.
Right.
Their pitching is still.
Yeah. The Giants I feel like historically have been very, 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 very good at like bringing in like people that you're like, why the fuck would they go to the Giants? Like, why the hell would Willy Adames go to the Giants when he could have went to like the Yankees, who could have been where he could have played, or like gone to like I don't know somewhere that would contend. Like,
Dude, the Yankees are fucked.
I know.
Stanton's done, might retire. Garrett Cole, done for the season.
Done.
They still have Anthony Volpe as their shortstop.
Yeah. I mean, Volpe's not that bad. Their pitching scares me more than anything.
It's not good.
It's just not, especially their starting pitching. It's really like, initially Luis Gil was going to fight for like the 4th, 5th spot, and now he's fighting for like the 2.
Dude, he's hurt.
And plus he's hurt. Exactly. Like, is he hurt for a long time?
I think it's like 4 to 6 weeks.
I feel like New York is cursed. I don't know about you. New York's cursed because the Mets are having these same exact issues, which is beautiful for us. But like, they're having the same issues. I'm convinced New York's cursed, which is great. But because I really hate all the
Save what? Shamanaya, Kodai Senga.
You know that their 5th pitcher right now is Paul Blackburn. I saw it today. And their 4th pitcher is Griffin Canning.
I tee off with him on the show.
On the show. Oh my God, at least for me, I used to play the A's on purpose to tee off of Paul Blackburn. Like, on purpose, like, to get XP for like for Diamond Dynasty, I would just tee off Paul Blackburn and just hit moonshots.
No, speaking of that, are you gonna get 25?
Yes.
Are you gonna bring your Xbox to jam you?
Oh. I mean, I can try. I can do some convincing because I want to. Because sometimes I'm bored because I'm just like this. However, I did finally, newsflash for everybody, like the location locks really screw me, so I get screwed with a lot of things. But I just finished The Penguin, which is
Oh.
So good, such a great ending. I'm so happy that I'm not spoiling anything for anyone that hasn't seen it. But I mean, if you haven't seen it, you have an issue. But I'm happy that they portrayed him as like the bad guy because it was weird because you were kind of rooting for him, right? And then eventually, he kills what's his name, and then at the very last episode, you're like, oh, right. I just thought it was perfect. I thought it was perfect. It was amazing, at least for me.
Do you watch Invincible?
No, but my roommate's watching Invincible. It's so good. Brady also says it's really good, and his friends say it's really good. People say it's better than Boys.
Low key recently, yeah.
That's what I've heard, and that's crazy. Because The Boys is good.
The Boys is so good.
And I'm watching. Have you watched Severance?
No, one of my friends told me to watch that.
It's really good. It's like it's really slow in the first 2 episodes, but it's like building because it's a crazy concept. But it's really good. Okay, back to baseball.
All right, yeah,
back
sports.
Back to baseball. Back to baseball. Back to baseball.
Phillies.
For podcasting. Back to baseball. What else? Spring training, hitting, lead off. Oh, should Alec Bohm be traded, or should we bring up Aiden Miller?
Bring up Aiden Miller, but you have to move Bohm to first because I think he's gonna have a. I mean, you text me saying I love how Bohm was playing pissed off.
I texted you today.
I think he's coming into this season being like, I want to stay in Philly.
Yeah.
Erin Kate's my girlfriend. She's a Philly fan. If I go, we're done. Yes. I have to stay in Philly.
100%. She is straight Delco too, because she's on ESPN, and she'll be on. I think she's on ESPN NFL Countdown too. I think, and she does like all the betting stuff, and she has a thick Delco accent that most people wouldn't like pick up on, but I feel like from our area we would pick up on. I'm like, yeah, this girl's straight Philly. But yeah, I agree. I mean, Alec Bohm could approach it. I actually feel. Do you feel bad for Bohm? I feel bad for Bohm because he was in such a weird position.
It is.
Right.
But I mean, like before Miller was like the breakout guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people had Bohm switching over to first at some point.
Yes.
Harper going back to the outfield. We are at that point right now.
Harper doesn't need to play first base, and I feel like we both agree with this.
But he
doesn't
can.
need to. Yes. Do you know what I was also thinking about? Because I mean, I guess it relates, but what if he tried? Because obviously, Vlad Guerrero is not returning to.
I don't want to spend more money, dude. I don't want to throw money at him.
He's 26.
He can go to the Mets. I don't care.
No, he cannot go to the Mets. He cannot go to the Mets.
Their pitching still sucks, dude.
No, I want to root for him. I want to root for Vlad Guerrero. I don't want to. Wait, can he? I guess he can play third. Who's their third baseman? Mark Fuentes?
Yeah.
But he's not going to go to first because Pete's still there.
Dude, I think they would easily do Alonso for Guerrero.
I didn't think of that. So like a straight first baseman swap
Yep.
with other things, but interesting. Did you see that? Speaking of Pete Alonso, he almost signed with the Phillies.
No.
You don't want Big Pete?
No. All right, here. What I saw was that is for the upcoming offseason with Vlad.
Oh, okay.
Not for Alonso. That got blown out of proportion. A lot of people thought we were going to go after Alonso. No.
Yeah. I
Hell,
we don't go after Alonso.
We already got Schwarber. We don't need any more fat asses on the field.
He's so slow and so big. He takes up half the dugout. Like,
dude, until he hit that home run against the Brewers, dude, he was borderline crying every at that.
Yeah. I don't blame him because he's ass. So, but I feel like I don't know. It's not that I didn't want Pete. I just wanted Pete out of our division because Pete like crushes the Phils usually. I feel like I always see him hit a home run. Do you agree? I feel like I always see Pete just crush the Phils.
Mm-hmm. When he makes contact.
When he makes contact and doesn't whiff on an Aaron Nola fastball. No, sorry, curveball. Whatever. Ooh, that's also something that I want to talk about. What do you think the rotation's gonna look? Because you only got 5 guys.
Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola,
okay.
Suarez, Luzardo.
Okay. But Painter's gonna come up, which makes everything weird.
Which they said will be a 6-man rotation.
How about in the playoffs? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Because
in the playoffs,
yeah,
for longevity purposes, I say you move Suarez to the bullpen.
100%. Thank you. I was going to say thank you. Yes.
Luzardo, I think has that longevity where he can go 9 innings easily.
Yes. Stud.
Plus his changeup slider mix.
My glorious king.
Dude, I can't wait to watch him.
I can't wait with his sinker and his fastball too. Ooh, gross.
So good.
Gross. Okay, so you got Luzardo. Who else? Wheeler, of course.
Wheeler, Nola. Sanchez.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
so what do you do with Painter?
He's just the 5th man.
Like the Michael Lorenzen. It's way better than Michael Lorenzen.
Yeah, way better.
Better. Not even close, but like that the spot right now this year.
So given I think that we will be a wildcard team entering the playoffs. Wildcard series, I think we're gonna go Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola.
Okay.
DS, we'll go those 5.
Okay.
I would not be shocked if they try to double up on Wheeler, though.
Yeah, because it is Zach. Yeah.
CS, all 5 World Series.
All of the above.
Those 5.
Yeah. I agree. For some reason I feel like yeah, and I have a take on Suarez too. I feel like in the playoffs, this is not in regular season, or you could try it in regular season. I don't know, but if no one emerges as the closer, Suarez has done it before. And I don't know about you, but I've never seen in the past decade, I haven't seen a pitcher with that's so calm, cool, and collected in the moment than Ranger Suarez. Obviously, Zach Wheeler's there,
which is why I think I don't mind a closer.
Yeah.
But I think of okay, there's no leverage going our way.
Yeah.
We have the bases loaded, 1 out. You go Suarez.
100%.
I'd say I think he's perfect a middle reliever, inning eater guy. If he has to get moved to the bullpen.
Yeah. The only thing is I'm a little first of all, Ranger Suarez is a top 5 favorite player of mine. I don't really know why, but he definitely is up there for me. Again, don't really know why. I don't know. For some reason, he makes me laugh because I don't. But Ranger Suarez, to me, I feel weird that he signed. Didn't he sign with Scott Boras?
Mm-hmm.
He signed with someone important, agent wise. Someone
I think it was Boras.
I think it was Boras too, which is good in a sense because we have a lot of Boras clients.
That's what I was going to say. Boras is okay.
Right.
You want to stay in Philly? You want to be in Philly? Boom.
Exactly. do it. And then but at the same time, I don't know if you saw the interview, but they straight up asked Suarez about like his future plans, long term, whatever. Because I think this is his last year.
With the Phillies since they brought him up. He wants to stay. He wants to retire a Philly.
This is his home. Quote, home. Quote.
Yep.
Quote, home. End quote. So that's also like I would love to keep Ranger because I think he's again, like I just said, he is. I don't think I've ever seen a player that's so calm, cool, collected in so many moments. That Mets series was I think the perfect explanation of Ranger Suarez. What did he give up? 1 run, and he had 3 or 4 bases loaded jams with 1 or no outs. Who the hell gets out of that? Like he's amazing. I've never seen a dude like that. So that's why I bring him up in a closer role, like you said, a long reliever role, something that I think would be super beneficial for everybody involved. Only thing is, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, and the whole Scott Boras thing, is because a middle reliever / closer gets less money, and Scott Boras, that man gets a lot of money. That man does.
I just saw something that piqued my interest.
Like what?
So, while you were talking about Ranger, I'm like, okay, what if we flip like Suarez and someone else to give him Miami, try to get Alcantara? I'm like, I think he lives down there in the off season.
Right.
So I Google where does Ranger Suarez live in the off season. Bro apparently lives in Chester Springs.
Whoa.
Hold up.
Whoa. That's not even like Downingtown's big, Coastal's pretty big. What?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Oh, what the fuck? It said Chester Springs, and then it just changed to Pai de Cuesto, Venezuela. Okay,
I would be surprised if he lives there. Yeah, he definitely lives in...
I kid you not. It said Chester Springs for a solid...
That's so...
Oh my gosh. I was like...
He's like...
I was going to say, where is he?
Next to like St. Elizabeth.
Just walking down the street. Oh.
Yeah, he's like friends with Nooch in like the reserve. Like it's just that's just how it
lives next to the Bonchaks.
Lives next to the Bonchaks. Yeah, great. That would be interesting though to grab Alcantara. That'd be fun. Because I think Alcantara. I mean, I think he's underrated now, but I think he's one of the best. He's one of the most impressive pitchers in the entire league. Like, he's huge, isn't he? He's huge, and he's got. And I've been seeing like clips of him in like 98 already, 99 on his sinker fastball, and plus he's got like 6 pitches, so he's gross. And just thought of something. Have you seen what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna let you rant. Have you seen what Rob Thompson's been saying about Taijuan Walker?
Dude, Thompson's a Walker defender.
Dude,
I don't know why. But like with the way Luzardo's been pitching, you can't look at him and be like, sorry, we're at the move to the bullpen. Nah, dude, just trade Walker, dude. Ship his ass to fucking Korea. I don't know.
He's actually doing a great job. Trade him to the Yankees. They need pitching. Trade him to the Yankees. They would love him out in the Bronx. They would love Taijuan Walker. Go enjoy Taijuan Walker, please. What are you
gonna do? Walker for Stroman? That would be the only fair thing.
Sure. Stroman knows how to pitch in high leverage. That's all that I agree with that.
He's a little bitch though. He complains. That's all he does.
He could be our long guy. He could be our Michael Lorenzen.
He doesn't want to be in the bullpen. He wants to be in the rotation.
Well, he's got to figure it out because he's about to be unemployed. So it's either unemployment or you just pitch in the bullpen. It's not.
Dude, I think he's the reason why the Yankee pitchers are getting hurt, dude. He wants that rotation spot. He took out Cole. Yeah,
it's like an infection. Yeah, he really wants that number 1 spot again. He really wants to be the USA Marcus Stroman again. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What else? I feel like we're missing something.
I think that's everything.
We did just yap for 45 minutes. It's okay. I don't feel bad about it. It's fine.
Well, okay. People know what TV shows to watch. We all know where Ranger Suarez lives in the off season. It's not
and then you Pennsylvania. That was what a What an episode. Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching. That was a lot. So, thank you all so much for watching all 45 minutes of this. Check us out on all the socials. We're also blogging. I blogged about don't the Sixers. That's like a buzzword for me now. I can't talk about them, but
Ooh.
I did blog about Joel Embiid if you want to check that out. But we are blogging. So I'll probably put something out for the Phillies soon, and all that. I was doing like a week by week type of thing for the Eagles as well. So once the Eagles starts going back up, I guess I'll do it because everybody loves the Eagles. So blogs to come. So just check us out on all of our socials. It's on like the website, Instagram, on everything. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Eagles are Super Bowl champions, and Phillies are next. And Caleb, all I've got to say is when this parade happens. I'm not speaking if. When this parade happens, we're going.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if it's during Halloween. I don't care if it's during Thanksgiving. I don't care if it's during Christmas. We're going.
I will give up a weekend of partying to be partying in the streets of Philadelphia.
We will Airbnb, ladies and gentlemen. We will Airbnb, or we're just gonna sleep on the streets. Who cares?
Jaden's apartment,
or on the streets, which is basically Jaden's apartment.
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.